What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Smackdown vs. Raw 2009. This time, we are doing the Undertaker. And of course, after this, we got Chris Jericho, we got Batista, Rey Mysterio, and we're going to be done. And of course, do keep in mind, this has two scenarios. Of course, the two scenarios is about Zombie Santino, Zombie Finlay, and all this nonsense. Anyways, next show. Alright, so we need to win in 52 seconds. And this week, we're going up against Finlay. Could it be as hard as we expected? Let's find out. I also have a question for people in the comments. Who is your favorite wrestler to play with in SmackDown vs. Raw 2009? I'm generally curious. We gotta get Finlay away from the ropes. I did not want to do that. I want to hit him with the tombstone. I believe you get Hornswoggle. Well, hold on. I don't think we're gonna get that. I need to get Finlay away from the ropes. Okay, that's not the case. If he reverses one more time, I may just try the count-out strategy. But we all know that's not going to work, because he's going to reverse anything I do. If it was 2 minutes and 30 seconds, maybe. I need to get... Alright, let's try this. If we either get rope break or he kicks out, I'm skipping to next week. Now, of course, I did save. And we actually did it within 1 second to spare. Do we get the result? Well, let's find out. And yes, we do get a bonus, and that is Hornswoggle. Alright, on to the next show. And now we got The Undertaker versus the Great Khali. And of course, I do have some videos planned, as far as the plush side, between today and on September 1st. Of course, I'm working on the week of August 25th, which is doing Clash of Powers. But of course, here is the following. So, of course, today we have Friday game night with Kingdom Hearts 3. Where, of course, we have Seth Rollins, Superman, Iron Man, Cyborg, Joker, and Spartacus. Tomorrow, we're going to have Knuckles apologizes to Batman. Monday, we're going to have plush gameplay episode on Kingdom Hearts 3. With 14 people going to be on the episode. And the people that's going to be on the episode will be Stella, Red, Amy Rose, Sonic, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, Roman Reigns, John Cena, Spartacus, Batman, Mario, Luigi, Joker, Harley Quinn. Then a day later, we're gonna do Winnie the Pooh. When you got Winnie the Pooh, and because we gotta have the Koopas, the Han Solo, and Chewbacca. And then a day later, we're gonna have another episode of plush gameplay being The Simpsons. Because we're gonna have Spartacus and Randy Orton in the frame, meaning Spartacus will be back a day later. Then next week's edition of Friday Game Night is going to have Sonic, Roman Reigns, Cyborg, and the Joker, which is pretty much the same people we're going to get on tonight's episode of Friday Game Night. And then, of course, the next day, we're going to have another Simpsons plush gameplay episode. And, of course, it's going to be with Roman Reigns, John Cena, and Seth Rollins. So that's what you should be looking for when it comes to what is going to happen next week. And, of course, I've already got September 1st video planned. And that is called Nick and Ashley the Babysitters. Well, that's right, you will see Nick, Taylor, and Ashley in the video. Oh, great, and we got Santino Marella. Isn't it funny? Santino Marella is a main event story. I don't think this match happened in real life. Undertaker and Santino Marella. But it's funny we're getting this. Alright, I'll see you next week. On the next show. Alright, we're back, and we are facing Edge. As my god, it's so cool playing the best feud of 2008. Did you just poke me in the eye? And followed by a DDT. You are so gonna pay for that. Stop poking me in the eye. If that's the way you want to go, prepare to face the Fist of Fury. If that's the way you want to go. What? Let's get you away from the ropes. Because you aren't getting a goddamn rope break. And we went. Next show. Alright, we're now at the Royal Rumble. Why do I keep forgetting to put this on? In case I need to do cannot finishes. There we go. I needed to do. Nice. The Fist of Fury should count. Oh great, this is going to be a ball fest. Need to work a plan to get this countout win. Because I'm not dealing with overabundance of pinfall breakups. Absolutely not. This is not going to end my way. I mean... The camera cuts in this... Nope, I don't think so. If he finds his way to get back to the ring, I don't want to do a submission hold. What I want to do is get this countout win, so I don't have to deal with overabundance of pinfall breakups. Because those could be a colossal waste of time. I think just for the sake of getting a countout win. Hahaha. We could be on the verge of a countout win. I'm wondering what will happen if we get this countout win. I gotta assume we're gonna get a game over and me having to deal with overabundance of kickouts. And no, we don't. Next show we go. Alright, so we now gotta do multiple tombstones on Kane. Which, that's pretty nice. I'm trying to break out and do a sad fate. But that can't work. They're just not that good. And of course, we do have 10 minutes. But, oh, I don't know what's going on with me right now. Und nope, I'm not having my finisher be wasted. Absolutely not. Oh, that's okay. Oh, okay. Alright, cutscene time. Alright, it's now. We now have to watch Kane versus Finlay. To be honest, I had a video idea. One of those days. And that's maybe do Smackdown vs. Raw 2009. I mean, all the Road to Wrestlemania game overseas. Alright, I'll see you on next week's... Oh, shit. I forgot. I didn't have this match on recording. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so we got a match between Finlay and The Undertaker again. However, you gotta make him bleed. Which should be pretty simple. And I will explain how. DDT. Oh wait, I don't think we made him bleed. Stop. Alright, so how do we start the road to WrestleMania with The Undertaker? Because I just went back to the week 2 save, only to redo week 8. But nonetheless, here it is, as we got the Brothers of Destruction entrance. Time for No Way Out. Alright guys, we're back. And also, my plan for the rest of the day is, of course, Rap House Line video on the Super Roman Reigns Nick channel, which is not going to be a grounded video. It's actually going to be my 8 OC characters fun time at the beach. Secondly, as for this channel, we're going to have then of course for this channel, after this video goes up, of course we will be doing, of course I gotta get back to working on Monday Night Raw, as I said a little process yesterday. Because the matches, the parts I'm still working on. I'm still working on the #1 contenders match between Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, AJ Styles versus Grayson Waller, and of course I have the main event in Braun Breaker versus Aleister Black to work on. Because I've recorded some of the first half of Raw, and including a big opening, a big OMG, oh my god moment, OMG moment in the opening, when, and of course it's involving John Cena. As of course John Cena is the new World Heavyweight Champion, and he will be live on Raw tonight, on Raw. And then of course I gotta get working with tonight's episode of Friday Game Night. Of course we're gonna be doing Kingdom Hearts 3. And I know people saying, didn't you do an episode of that last week? And of course, we're going to be back on the game come Monday. Which people say, well, that makes today's episode very pointless, considering you're going back to the game on Monday. So... And we win. Alright, on to week 9 we go. Alright, so we need to select the opponent for our ladder match tonight. Now, of course, now it's very important. If you want Zombie Santino and Zombie Finley, I suggest save 2 of... You might have to put the week 9 save onto one of the folders of the saving files on the road to WrestleMania. So, of course, I'm going to start with Santino and we're going to go to Finley. So, here we go. Alright, we're back. And of course, it's a ladder match, so it should be pretty simple. But of course, this is where things are going to get harder. Like case in point, whenever I'm doing a trophy guard, even though we all know there's not going to be a platinum trophy. The only platinum trophy you get is LEGO Marvel Avengers. I cannot let Santino climb up the ladder. So... Right, if that's the way you want to go, hey, I did not want to do that. I want to go get a ladder. If that's the way you want to go, okay. Another suplex off the ladder. Suplex off the ladder done by the Undertaker. The Undertaker is pretty much dominating Santino as Undertaker wants that urn. Can he retrieve it? And of course Undertaker needs to hurry up considering Santino Marella, as we speak, is back to his feet. Can he take down the urn? Oh, this is a wake-up call for the dead man. As here we go, Undertaker. Suplex once again. As Undertaker is just destroying the hell out of Santino Marella. And I think Undertaker smells the victory. And he does it! The Undertaker wins the ladder match. Alright, we're back and now we're doing a handicap match. Involving Undertaker and Finley. And Finley has nobody else. Are you kicked out? Why? And also, we will do the rest of the road to WrestleMania for the Undertaker after we're done with Finley's side. I just want to throw this out here. So, of course, we're mainly going to do this just to get the zombie Santino Marella. And nothing else. Mm-hmm. Don't know what was going on there for a minute. But of course, we need to get Rey Mysterio the win. Wait, hit your 619. This is probably going to take longer than the last episode. You have a finisher way. Why are you not doing a 619? Just go for the pin. Wait, did I hit triangle? And we did it. And that's now going to give us Zombie Santino if we did this in the right way. And there we go. We get Santino Marella and the zombie. Now it's time to do Finley's side. Alright guys, we're back. And of course, we're now doing Finley's path. Which of course it's pretty much going to be typical. Let's do a suplex. Off the ladder. As Undertaker, dominating massive ladders. What are you doing, knobhead? Okay. Now I gotta redo this again. Great. More nonsense from Finley. Outside the ring! By God, he's dead! He's dead! By God, he's dead! Has Undertaker looking to retrieve the urn? Can he do it? Or will Finley? I think he's cooked at this point after... Well, he may have gotten back up, but the Undertaker has retrieved the urn. Alright, on to the next show with Finley. Now is our target. Alright guys, we're back. Tombstone Power Driver. Pretty over in a hurry. And it is. I think it's time where Finley gets hypnotized by the Undertaker. Alright, so we gotta do the same thing we did with Santino Marella. To be honest, having the zombie characters in the WWE will go down as probably the most weirdest thing that happened. And I believe this was way before, because I believe they did do the zombie characters in WWE Immortals, for those guys who remember. I could be tripping. I don't think that's going to be enough. This could be very long as we speak. And we actually got the job done. So, do we get zombie Finley? Let's find out. And the answer is, yes we do. We got Zombie Finley. Alright, final Smackdown before WrestleMania. Alright, time for the match with Santino Marella. Which I believe, doing Santino's direction means you're probably going to get Finley as the opponent on the final Smackdown before WrestleMania. I think that's just me. So that's why I'm doing Finley right now. And of course, we just did Santino moments ago. Even though it was midway to get the Selby costume. Sorry if I lost my train of thought because I was just yawning for a minute. Oh hell no. And we got the win. Alright, it's time for WrestleMania 24. Alright, here we are. We're at WrestleMania. Here we are. Hell in a Cell. WrestleMania 24. It is astonishing that the Boogeyman is in one of the high-profile WrestleMania matches while he was a jobber in WWE. Alright, we're climbing up the cell. Alright, here we go. And we did it. Alright. I'll be back to show you what is the reward after we watch that pretty cool cutscene. That cutscene, when Undertaker puts Boogeyman in a casket, is too good to skip. Just my opinion. Speaking of Boogeyman, there he is. We get him after completing Undertaker's scenario. So of course, next episode, we will be doing Chris Jericho, and then on Sunday, we're going to do Batista and Rey Mysterio. And because that does it for today's episode of SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, and I will see you all later tonight for Monday Night Raw and Friday Game Night. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later tonight.